Welcome back to episode 2 of my team on the new F1 2021 game. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be racing around the Spanish Grand Prix. I think the first race, it went okay as much as it could. Obviously, if you've seen the video, we did have engine problems and we went from 18th on the grid to, I think 18th really. We got up to about 13th in the first stint, but unfortunately we fell backwards towards the end. As you can see here, we've had a department question. Do we want to improve Lundgaard's pace or awareness? We're going to go with pace. And then because the way the season's set up now, we have to do a season break between Bahrain and Spain. So we'll be able to get in a few R&D upgrades. I'm looking at the facilities as well, just to see if I can improve, because I'll probably improve the reliability aspect of the facilities, just because it will give us more R&D points. And as you can see here, I'm just looking through the it's not an R&D tree anymore. It's more of just they've changed the HUD of it. It's a little bit different, a little bit more to get your head around, but it's pretty much the same. They've just made it look a little bit more fancy. Right, let's start the season break. I mean, that happened pretty sharpish. And then we're
okay. We've had the new parts come through
about a week away from Spain.
We'll have them
2
with
weeks.
us for the next Grand Prix.
Right, here we are. I'm not the best at Spain. It's probably one of my least favourite tracks. We're going to get out straight away and do a lap, just to see where the pace is at. I'm going to click fly and lap and see what we can do. Like I say, I'm not the best at Spain, so I'm not expecting to get a high finish, or even I'm not expecting to get anywhere near points today. I know that corner was very tricky, and we do lose it a little bit, but we managed to hold on to it. This sector at Spain is personally one of the hardest on the calendar. Lots of tight corners, big bumps. You have to get on the power here at the right time, otherwise you lose a lot of speed down the home straight. So here we go, on to our first lap at Spain. Currently sitting in P12 just because we're in the 12th car to go out. Get wide through there and drive over the apex if you can. Again, that curb on the left you can easily spin out at. Come up to a sharp right-hander. Sweeping corners are very difficult on this year's game. For some reason, it's very hard to get the power down. As we go through the right and now through the left-hand one. Let's get power as soon as we can. Another area where you can spin out at Spain, which is tricky, and then another right-hander where you need to just put your power down, but you can't, otherwise you end up on the gravel. Into the DRS zone, of course. Brake sharp, so tight left-hander, and then we go over a big bump on the left-hand side, which again is easy to spin out at. And then into that tricky last sector. Tight right, tight left, tight right, and then on the power to get around the final corner. Go really wide there. I'm going to have to cut the corner a tiny bit. Go wide there. And that's a poor lap. It's a very poor final sector. Puts us P7, but we're 2 seconds off Ocon, who will probably be around P15. Right, let's go out for a second run in qualifying. This has to improve a lot, or we're going out in Q3 for the second time on the trot. We are down in 22nd now. Latifi, Mazepin, Raikkonen and Russell just ahead of us. Taking this sector a little bit better than we did last time. Obviously, we are just leading up to the lap. And here we go onto our what could possibly be our final qualifying lap around Spain. We've got the same delta at the moment. actually took that first corner worse the second time, but the second corner we gained a 10th. Tapping that corner a little bit more of an inside line. We're 3 tenths up on our original time now, which is good. It's not really a racing track, Spain. It's a difficult one. You've got 2 opportunities to overtake. That's the main straight, and then you've got this straight coming up here. We're down to 2 tenths gained. Well, lost or gained, I'm sure. You go around the tight left into the final tricky sector. Lift over that little bump, otherwise you're spinning. That wasn't great, though we're still 2 tenths down. Up to 3. Through the final little chicane. And on the power, a little spin out. We lost a little bit of time there, but we're 5 tenths up. Can we make it 6? It's 5.5, and we still go 22nd. We're 7 tenths down on Russell. That shows how far off the pace we are at Spain. And we're 3.5 seconds off first. How'd you gain 3.5 seconds around there? Obviously having a faster car would help, but Christian Lundgaard qualifies in P17. And any drivers you've got a rival with at the moment? I want to go Mick. Latifi, I feel like it's going to be easy to beat in races. Who do you think is quick as your teammate today? I'll have to go back and look at the footage. You didn't practice this weekend? I used to be in the car.
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Are you worried?
You won't be starting at the front of the pack. Who does she think she is? She knows this is my second race in F1, right? Like as a team. It's a worry.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Right, let's just jump into the race. Starting P22, Lundgaard's P17. Let's see what we can do, eh? The good thing is we can't go backwards. Wherever we go, I'm going to be positive.
That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lando Norris and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Sainz, Vettel and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Raikkonen, Christian Lundgaard,
There's Lundgaard.
and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell, Mazepin, Latifi and the owner driver.
And there's us.
That's it then.
P22. What can we do?
Trackside for today's race.
Right. So a little look at the strategy. Do we want to go for a 2-stop or 1-stop? 2-stop is what's that? 12 seconds slower. I don't think we have another. We don't have another set of softs. We've got 1 set of softs for the race. Looks like it's going to be a 1-stop then. Mediums to hards. Let's get the Spanish Grand Prix underway. We get a great start on the Latifi. Can we get Mazepin as well? Mazepin comes over and covers us a little bit. Hopefully we don't have any damage there. Mazepin covers the right hand side, as does Russell, and Giovinazzi gives us a little bit of a run up the left hand side. Oh, we tuck in behind Giovinazzi. Mazepin goes up the right hand side. We have to leave the room on Russell on our inside. We're going to go up the inside of Russell, and Giovinazzi, who's going to give us a big squeeze, puts us on the grass, but we managed to save it. And again we're going to go up the inside of Giovinazzi. This time I'm not going to allow him to put me on the grass. Puts us up to P19 after 3 turns. Now I've got to try and follow Mazepin through, the Haas driver. On to lap 2 now, as Hamilton sets the fastest lap. We're following Lundgaard. We obviously must have got past Mazepin and Raikkonen on lap 1. As Raikkonen tries to go for a retaliation on the overtake. We're up into overtake, we've come off it now, we're going to squeeze him to the right, and we're going to go around the outside. Oh, a little touch. Now we take the inside for this corner, but then we're going to have the outside for the next one. And stay ahead of him. Good racing there from the rookie and the veteran. Puts us on to lap 5. We've lost 4 seconds up the road to Lundgaard. And we've still got Raikkonen 5 tenths behind us in DRS. We're going to have to put it back up to overtake again. And hopefully we can fight off the veteran. Defended that really well. Well, we didn't really make a move that time. Looks like Raikkonen did get past us during that lap, and we're going to attack him now. I'm going to go to the left hand side, try and push him to the right. We're going to go round the outside again at turn 1, and we do gain the position back. I went to put it up to Rich then and remembered that I couldn't do that. As you see, one of the Ferrari drivers coming out of the pits as well, so it does mean that the soft compound starters have started to pit, meaning they might be behind us. As you can see up the top left, Verstappen has come out ahead of us, but he is stuck behind Christian Lundgaard. There's a yellow flag on the map, I don't know if you can see that. That is Lance Stroll, who is out of the race. The Aston Martin driver, as everyone else goes into the pits. It's another Ferrari going into the pit. It's Leclerc, so it must have been Sainz the lap previous. As Raikkonen tries to overtake us, and again we go around the outside. We do see Leclerc ahead of us, but he's going to be on fresh mediums now. He's going to just drive up the road. We've got about 20% tyre wear, 26 on the front left. We've got 2% overtake left, which isn't great. We're now out of overtake, but we are set in a green sector. A lot of this race was literally me just trying to out-drag out-drag Raikkonen down the home stretch. As we go up the inside at turn 1, make a little bit of contact, no damage onto our front wing, fortunately. This is simulation damage, so I was very surprised by that. And we do manage to keep the position ahead of Raikkonen there. As you can see, our red light on at the back of our car does mean we do not have any ERS deployment left. We do have to recharge the battery, and as we go on to lap 11, Raikkonen's 2 tenths behind us now. Oh my god. 1 tenth. We're going to squeeze him to the right. I think he might have us here. We're going to try and go up the inside again, and we managed to put it off. We're on to lap 12, and Raikkonen can't get past. And you can see now he's not in shot because he did make an early pit stop on those mediums. He went on to hards fairly quickly, but I don't think that'll be the last time we see Raikkonen in this race. As you can see, Lundgaard's into the pits.
Christian is in the pits. Christian in the pits.
quick stop on some hard compound tyres. And away we go. Gosh, nice, it's Lingard. Away he goes, the Danish man. And then the following lap, looks like it's our chance to pit. So we do go in. I did actually miss the entry, but fortunately we didn't get a warning or anything for cutting. Hopefully we can have a quick lap, because we do have, like I say, we have Raikkonen behind us. And I'd like to catch up with Lundgaard if possible. Here we are, onto the harder compound of tyre. It's a slow stop. It's not a great stop, and a bit of a wheel spin when accelerating away there. We are 7 tenths behind Raikkonen. As you can see, a car is off the track just up ahead of us, the yellow flag from sector 3. We go around the corner, and that is Lundgaard. What's he doing? Take a look at the replay. He goes over there, he spins a little. Oh, brilliant. He just loses control of the car, ends up on the grass. He does try to pull out, but almost takes out Raikkonen, and then obviously we drive past as well. Hopefully he can cool those tyres down and carry on the race, but it does put us up a position. Obviously it was at the expense of our teammate, but it does put us up a position. And we've got DRS here on Raikkonen. Can we catch him? Can we catch the old Finn? 3.5 tenths up. 2 tenths. Or a tenth. Can we catch him? We do go round the outside at turn 1. Can we hold on to the position? It looks like we are going to be able to do that.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
So that's P15 we take. Obviously we have much fresher tyres than Kimi. And we do set a green sector on those hard tyres. Obviously the track wear degradation does make a play when it gets to this kind of late in the Grand Prix. That's why it's good to pit for softs towards the end and set a really easy, faster lap and get an extra championship point. But obviously you have to finish in the top 10 to get that point. As we go through here, obviously Raikkonen's going to have DRS on us again. And another yellow sector. Is that Lundgaard again? Let's see if we can take a look at a replay of what's just happened to Christian Lundgaard. So this lap following his spin out, as he goes round sweeping right, and he just touches the gravel and then slides off. Oh, does not collide with the wall, so he will be able to carry on the race. How has he managed that? He just goes wide, gets on the power too early, and then he's gone. It's a shame really, he didn't cause a safety car, because it would have been nice to catch up with everyone else. But I think that's Lundgaard out of the race, got down in P, I'm assuming 22, well 20. And Raikkonen again has DRS on us. He's only 3 tenths away this time, so I feel like he might overtake us. We're going to put it up into overtake. And I think we're going to hopefully defend him on this lap. Anyway, 12 laps to go. We're at lap 21 out of 33. And 11% tyre wear, which is fun. Lap 25 now, and we are coming up to another retired vehicle as Sebastian Vettel retires for the 2nd race on the trot. Again, I was hoping for a safety car when he pulled over to the left here, but it looks like he does get off the racing line enough. As you can see here, we are being lapped by Lewis Hamilton, so we will start to be lapped by the front runners. Obviously Hamilton gets past first, almost allows Giovinazzi to get past us, but we do defend it. I think we've got Bottas right behind us, and then Verstappen and Perez will be swiftly behind him.
You're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Take the inside line, Bottas, go up the inside. I'm going to give you space around the outside, and Bottas is allowed through. We didn't lose that much time to Antonio Giovinazzi, which is good. Giovinazzi in P15, Russell in 16. I'm not sure where Raikkonen went. I don't know if he's if he pitted again. Can't remember.
The gap to the car ahead is 25.3 seconds.
Oh, lost it there. A little bit of oversteer. We can keep it together. But we do lose a couple of attempts to Giovinazzi, which isn't great, especially as we're about to go down the home straight where he has DRS. And the Alfa Romeo is very quick in a straight line. We also lose it again there. Giovinazzi's within range now. We're literally alongside each other. He has DRS. We do put it up into overtake. We don't have much battery left. We're going to give him a bit of a squeeze. I think he's going to have us here. No, he doesn't. We got the inside. As that move works many times on Raikkonen, we do it on Giovinazzi. There's a little bit of contact again, but no damage, fortunately enough. On the next lap, though, Giovinazzi does get us. On the penultimate lap, sorry.
Keep on him. He might make a mistake.
He does manage to get past us in the in the Alfa Romeo. Puts us P15, which in hindsight is not a bad position to finish in. We started 22nd, of course. We've got that is Perez behind us. Perez is just going to go up the inside after the DRS straight and put away. And we are going to finish the race on this lap because Hamilton obviously has lapped us. So we are going to finish in P15. We got lapped by 4 cars. Would have been nice to hold on to Giovinazzi's position, but as you can see, Schumacher's 30 seconds up the road. 30 seconds is a long way as we come across the line in P15.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
They've done it then. A spectacular victory here in Spain and a massive confidence boost going into the next race. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.